today's video, you will discover what your potential customers expect before they visit your online store. Today, I'm gonna explain to you 15 powerful practices that you can start using today to improve the user experience in your Shopify store. This will allow you to make more sales and grow your e-commerce brand. If you're new to my channel, my name is Badr Naaman and I'm the founder of Ecom Informant. We help e-commerce brands grow online profitably. In this channel, I share tactics, tutorials, and tips that can help e-commerce brand owners to grow their businesses. So if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe now and turn on the notifications so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. Now let's define user experience. User experience is what your customers see from the first time they visit your online store until they make a decision to either buy from you or not. The first thing you should consider when you are optimizing for user experience, how can we design a website that our potential customers would love and be comfortable to purchase our products? We should always consider having an easy, navigatable website. The easier your website to navigate, the better the experience that your potential customers will have. And the more complex your website navigation is, the more problems that you have in terms of conversion rate. Basically, you should consider how you shop when you go to a retail stores. You want to see the aisles are optimized and the signs are clear for you so that you can go to any aisle that have the products that you are looking for. Imagine if you're going to a retail store that is not really organized and it's so hard for you to find what you're looking for. You might visit that place once, you may purchase, but the chances of you coming back again to that store is slim to none. Therefore, you should optimize your user experience on your store to be just like a retail store that you would love to go to. So the key here is to have a website that is easy to navigate. We should also pay attention to how clean our website is. Is our website branded and the colors are going in a good flow and the website doesn't really look spammy? And I mean by spammy is a website that when you visit the website, you will see a lot of colors, a lot of text that don't make sense, which will make you run away from this website because you don't trust this website to use your credit card and make a purchase. You should always consider that your website visitors will compare your website with the best website that they always visit. So don't be shocked when you know that your customers are comparing your website with Amazon, because they can get most of the time the products that you are selling from Amazon, which offers crazy return policies and the fastest shipping times, so you should always keep that in mind. The second thing that you should consider when you are building your website is to have a mobile responsive website. You should know that so many of your customers first see your ads or see your social media through their phones, and they will visit your website through their phones. And then they might consider browsing through a laptop when it comes to purchase. But more than 70% of your website visitors will browse your website the first time using their mobile phones. So what you should do here is to make sure that your website is optimized on mobile, the images are clear on mobile, and in most times, the images that you will use on desktop display will not be the same that you use for the phone when it comes to homepage layout and stuff like that, that we can go further in more detailed videos later on. The third thing that you should consider to have in your website is the fast loading pages. You should always know that the longer that people wait to see your website, the higher your bounce rate will be. And the bounce rate is when people visit your website and they get frustrated and leave your website right away. This will give you trouble when it comes to search engine optimization and ranking on Google and other search engines. So you should always optimize your website to be fast in terms of loading. And there is like some numbers on average. Your potential customers shouldn't wait more than 3 seconds for your website to be fully displayed.
That was fast.
There are a few tips that I can help you with that will optimize your website for faster loading times. The first thing will be is to have optimized images So the sizes of your images shouldn't be too big that will make your website heavy to load. The other thing that a lot of Shopify sellers don't pay attention to is to having so many Shopify apps in your online store which will affect your website load speed. You should always pay attention to that. Few apps that are helping your store to grow are good, but so many apps will definitely make your website very slow. We talked a little bit about this, but it's worth mentioning again in more details, and it's the fourth thing that you should consider when you're optimizing your website for user experience. Easy navigation. Easy navigation is what your customers are expecting when they visit your website. And there are a few things that you can have in your website that make your website easy to navigate. First, you should have a menu that is structured well, which shows your categories and your subcategories in a way that is easy for the customers to jump from the category to a subcategory and to go back to the previous category or the home page. These type of behaviors are being done by your potential customers all the time. They will move from a page to another. They will maybe leave your website, come back later. So you want to make this navigation process somehow consistent and easy for them when they go back to your website. And one of the most important things that you can have to improve the navigation of your website is to have breadcrumbs and search functionality. Let's say you visited a website, you liked the product, but then you got busy with anything. So when you want to go back to that website, you should easily find the product that you were looking for. And you can find that when there is like a search bar with advanced capabilities that can get you to where you want very fast. If you're getting value so far from this video, I would really appreciate it if you hit that like button right now so I can reach more people that seek information that relates to marketing just like you. Now let's move to the fifth thing that we can do to improve the user experience in our Shopify store. High quality images and videos. Let's ask ourselves a question. Why do we need to have proper images and videos in our online store? The difference between an online store and a regular retail store is the ability for customers to go down the aisles and browse all the products and all the sections before they make a buying decision. Retail stores customers always have the ability to look at the products, to see the benefits of the products, the features of the products. They compare the products with other products in the same aisle at the same time, which will help them decide which product is good for them. We always have to aim for a similar shopping experience when it comes to online as well. So that means the images in our website should be eye-catching and appealing, and most importantly, delivering the messages that you are trying to deliver to your customers. For example, your homepage banner should be optimized and designed in a way that when your customers arrive at your landing page should understand what you're all about in less than 5 seconds. That's why you will see some brands use static image as a homepage banner, some brands will use a video, and most of the times this image or this video will explain what the brand is about, what their unique selling points are, and what or how they can help their customers to get what they're looking for. When it comes to your product pages images, you should consider having high quality images that handle all the objections that can come to your potential customer's mind. Always know that your customers have a lot of unanswered questions in their heads that you should be answering in your product page. And your only way to do that is through your product images and the other elements in your product page. And since we are now talking about the product images, let's just focus on that. You should have images that show your potential customers what this product does and how it can help them. That will mean you should have multiple images for your products from multiple angles. You should also combine these images with lifestyle images so your potential customers can picture themselves using this product, and they can only know that by seeing other people that are using your product. There is one type of images that is also powerful and important to have in your gallery when it comes to product pages images is the infographic images. The infographic images show the features and benefits of your products and maybe will list also the unique selling propositions that your brand or your products have. Next up, and the sixth important practice that you should consider when you're building and optimizing for user experience is having a clear call to action. First, let's talk about what is a call to action. A call to action is the process of asking people to do a particular thing that you want them to do. A call to action can be an add to cart button. A call to action can be a learn more button. A call to action can be any other button or any other text that you have in mind and you want to guide your customers to do. And since we're talking e-commerce, the most important call to action is the add to cart button on your product pages. There is a rule of thumb in e-commerce that your add to cart button should be the most visible element in your product page. A lot of people will waste their time considering how the colors are on their product images. Some people will pay attention to the titles more than any other things. But the most important thing that you should always focus on is the call to action. Is my add to cart button is popping up enough for customers? Is my call to action is clear enough? So you should always consider having a button with a background into it. Don't have a white background for your add to cart button. Your add to cart should always be visible, and preferably try to use a sticky add to cart. And a sticky add to cart will help you with your conversion rate, because when people scroll down your product page, you will have some information that will handle some of their objections, and whenever their objections are being handled, they will be able to add to cart, and that's a way of improving your user experience, therefore improving your conversion rate. Now, the seventh thing that you can do to have a better user experience in your Shopify store is to have killer product descriptions. This can be one of the most crucial things that you should consider when you're building your product page. You should always aim for benefits and features, and you should always try to answer any questions in your product descriptions that your customers might have about your products or the category of your products. We've discussed this in details in a previous video that I'm going to add in the product description, so make sure you watch that video, because it will help you understand what you should have and what you should consider when it comes to product descriptions. Customer reviews and testimonials. Now let's discuss another important element that you should have when it comes to your Shopify store to improve your user experience, and it's having customer reviews and testimonials in your website. You will find a few people in your target audience that are okay to try new products without knowing that this product helped other people before. However, the majority of your target audience will be skeptical people that don't really know you, don't trust you. So this type of people would definitely be treated differently. So what are the most important things that these type of people consider when it comes to buying online? So you should know that this type of people don't shop like the other few people in your target audience. This type of people are skeptical, and the way you can handle this skepticism is by having reviews and testimonials in your home pages, in your category pages, and most importantly, in your product pages. Having testimonials and reviews in your website will increase your credibility and build up trust. Now, the ninth thing that can help you optimize your website for user experience, and unfortunately it's overlooked by so many Shopify sellers, and it's having an easy checkout process. How can we have a user-friendly and easy checkout process? We can do that by having fewer steps for our customers to convert. So don't try to make your customers have to go through so many steps before they buy from you. The more steps that you have, the lower the conversion rate will be.
I am tired.
You can also improve your checkout process by having trust badges on your checkout process. You can also indicate your shipping times, your refund policy, return policy. This type of things improve the checkout and make people more comfortable to buy from you. The 10th thing that we will do to have a killer user experience is to utilize personalization. There is a question that I always ask myself, which is, what is the difference between shopping online and the regular shopping in retail stores? The difference is, in online, the content can be personalized for every potential customer. And you can do that by understanding the behavior and the data of your current customers. The more knowledge that you have about your target audience, so you will be able to personalize the content for each segment of the market. When you have a personalized shopping experience, this will make your content resonate with your potential customers and improve your conversion rate. And not only that, but it can also build a lifetime customer. Now we're going to move to point number 11, which is having a live chat and customer support. The more you engage with your customers, the more you will learn about your target audience, pain points, preferences, and desires. So having a live chat on your website will allow you to answer the questions as soon as they come to your customers' heads. And it doesn't stop here. You can actually do something better. You can list a few questions that you know your customers will ask, and you will add automated answers. So when your customers ask these questions, they will have the answer right away. This will improve the user experience and it will increase your conversion rate. You see me talk a lot about conversion rate because conversion rate is what can make or break your online store. If you're driving a lot of traffic to your website but you're not converting enough, you will not have a sustainable business. I know these are a lot of information for you guys, but you can always go back, watch the video, take notes, and implement whatever we are saying in this video so you can have a better user experience in your online store. Next up is a practice number 12, which is having easy return policy. This can be hard for some people that are selling crappy products that they're not proud of, they don't trust, and they just want to sell to the customers one time and they don't care if they will purchase again. We're not talking about these people. We're talking about the people that want to have a sustainable e-commerce brand and build the loyal customer base. If you want to build a loyal customer base and to have a sustainable brand, you have to be clear to your customers about your products, if it can help them, if it cannot help them. So if you know a product doesn't help a particular person, don't sell this product to this customer. But since you are selling online, you will find a lot of traffic coming to your website, so you will have to have something that makes them comfortable to know if they purchase this product and they don't like it, they can easily return it. And guess who does that? Your competitors. Amazon have like a very easy refund policy, and they force the sellers on Amazon to offer the best user experience. And this is actually what we all should do. We should always aim to offer a better user experience and be unique. And this is what all e-commerce brands should do actually. This is not like something that only Amazon should do. No, we all should consider offering the best that we can. And guess what? If our customers don't like the products, we should be happy to return the product and give them their money back or give them a different product, whatever you want to use to compensate. So you should always consider having your return policy clear and visible in your product pages, and most importantly, in your homepage. Next up is point number 13, and it is search engine optimization. We can talk for days about search engine optimization, but for now, let's discuss a few practices that you can do right now to improve the user experience. Let's quickly explain what search engine optimization is. Search engine optimization is how people find you on search engines. They go to Google, they search on Google about a particular product or a service. If you're ranking up there in the first page, you're doing the best that can be done in terms of search engine optimization. There are a few practices that you can do to improve your ranking when it comes to search engine optimization, like having alt text. Alt text are the text that you use in the back end of your images for banner images, product images. There are multiple images on your website, all of these images should have alt text. And what is alt text? Alt text is a text that describes what this image is about, and it helps with the user experience for people with disability. You should always know that some people with disability will visit your website, so you should have a user experience that is catered for this market segment. You can also have high-ranking keywords in your descriptions and in your meta descriptions, and there are a lot of other practices. You can also have breadcrumbs. We discussed breadcrumbs before. Breadcrumbs also help with search engine optimization. Point number 14, social proof and trust badges. How can we tell our potential customers that when they shop with us, they're safe? And guess what? There's a lot of scam in online commerce. A lot of scam out there. People lost a lot of money when trying to shop online. And that is unfortunate, but it's there. So it's not enough for you to think that I don't scam people, so people will trust me. Remember, people don't know you yet. So you will have to show something that can make them trust you. And you can do that by showing trust badges like secure payments, different type of payments like having PayPal, for example, on your store. Having PayPal on your store can improve the trust, because when people buy using PayPal, they can get refunded immediately from, not immediately, but the process is not hard for them to get their money back if anyone scammed them online. In terms of social proof, you can use some testimonials from your social media. You can integrate your social media feed like Instagram feed to your home page or your product page. There are multiple usages for social media on your website that will make your website very powerful. If you guys want me to talk in a particular video about how we can integrate Instagram to Shopify and how we can use some practices that make it powerful, you can just tell me in the comment section and I will be happy to create a video for that. We might have talked about this before, but it's important, so we will mention it again in another point, and it's point number 15, accessibility. You should always make your store accessible to everyone. And when we're talking about accessibility, we're talking about having a layout or a user experience that is good for everyone. There are people with some hearing impairment or visual impairment that will be browsing your website. So your content should be somehow catered for this type of people, and you can use that by adding alt text. And there are some practices that you can use to improve the accessibility on your website. You can also use voice search to also improve the navigation on your website for people with disability. And there you have it, folks. We've covered the most important practices that you should consider when it comes to user experience in your Shopify store. Looking forward to see you in the next video. Peace.